Here's a car that needs a little introduction. One of the most instantly recognisable cars on the road, the Mini Cooper might be a small car, but it's got a huge fan base. Famous for their cute looks and fun handling, they first arrived on the roads here in 2000 after BMW took over the Mini marque and just went into their third generation last year. Today I'm at Dalkey Motor Company to show you around this 2010 Cooper S model, which ran from 2006 to 2014 and remains in huge demand on the used market, as well as one of the most popular searches on our site. One of the great things about the Mini is that they're as fun on the inside as they look on the outside, and the retro styling continues inside the cabin too. The old school speedometer sits in the centre of the dash. Underneath you've got some cool retro toggle switches for the windows and the locks, and it's all finished really well with nice soft touch materials. You might have noticed that this one comes with a particularly vibrant red leather trim, and a lot of these do come with loud styling like this because it's the type of car that people like to pimp up and really put their own stamp on. From the traditional racing stripes to the checkered roof, or even a leopard print one like I saw recently, whatever you're into, it's the type of car that you can really make a statement with. The CD player comes with Mp3 connectivity, and all Cooper S models came with alloy wheels, air conditioning, as well as electric windows and mirrors. So even though the looks are retro, the spec is not. Plus there were a whole host of extras and option packs available, and those tended to be quite popular. So it's worth checking the individual spec of each model to see exactly what it comes with. In terms of space, well, the clue is in the name, and the back seats are only really suitable for children or occasional use, especially since this model was only available in two-door. The front of the cabin is quite spacious though, with decent leg and headroom for the driver and passenger, and a good amount of adjustment in the driving position. The boot, as you'd expect, isn't massive either, but it can be extended by dropping the rear seats, which split 50-50, and there are a few more clever storage solutions around the cabin too. And finally, to quickly reassure myself before I take it for a drive, it scores very well in the safety stakes too, with 6 airbags and a maximum 5-star NCAP crash test rating. This was my first time driving a modern Mini, so I was very curious to see what all the fuss was about. And straight away I have to say they are genuinely a blast to drive. They've got that low down planted grippy feel that makes twisty roads and corners really good fun. It's pretty pokey too. This 1.6 petrol has 184 brake horsepower and will do 0 to 60 in around 7 seconds, which is hot hatch territory. So again, don't let the cute looks fool you. But despite that, they're still quite reasonable to run, and this one will do an average of 41 miles to the gallon. But some of the diesels in the Cooper range will better that again, and you can find the figures for those on the running costs tab on CarsIreland.ie. One of the Mini's biggest strengths is also one of its weaknesses when you're looking for one on the used market, because their resale values are pretty much untouchable, and so unfortunately they don't come cheap. But the good news is that you'll hold on to a bigger chunk of your investment when the time comes to say goodbye, which will no doubt be a very sad day because the Mini is a great car, the type that you don't get tired of looking at or driving, and has definitely earned its place as the original and best retro hatch. To see a wide range of Mini of all shapes and sizes, head over to CarsIreland.ie, where you can now search for more than one model at a time, as well as filter by engine size, body type, colour and lots more.